I hear it coming through. Who do we got?
Good
Wait a minute.
morning.
Wait. Oh, I thought we were going. I thought we were going to the global report. Lynn, what's happening?
Another day is happening.
Another
How's your
day.
week?
Like, yeah. I mean, it is. I walked out my door this morning, and I did not have to put my winter jacket on.
Okay, it's a win.
And, yeah, it's a win. It was nice. It felt good. It was warm. But then I look at the news feed and I see things about these mass layoffs. And we talk about the federal government 95,000 federal jobs cut with more to come. Now, there's two sides of the coin here. I mean, let's keep it non political here.
Yeah,
We have to say there is waste in the government. We have to say that there is bloating there.
sure.
There are superfluous jobs. There's jobs that roles that we don't need. And if you look at it just like any other organization, organizations sometimes get bloated. Sometimes there's duplicate roles. There's roles that we don't need there. So how do we take the emotion out of it? How do we look at it analytically? How do we take a look at it? Yes, no one wants to see people laid off from work. But again, these are our tax dollars. So are we just transferring people who are out of work now, supporting them when they're, in unemployment? It's just swapping dollars here. What's
Yeah,
happening? Let's talk about mass layoffs and the immediate impact.
yeah. That's the concern, right? So listen, it's not as though from a job market perspective, we were at a place where we didn't already have a wealth of individuals who are looking for work. We're adding now. I mean, it's going to be over 95,000. It's going to be easily 150,000 within the next couple of months, right? Entering the workforce, particularly in jobs around, uh, there's the cybersecurity space,
Hmm.
people who are, there's a lot of support roles inside the government that are then kind of rolling out PM sort of roles,
I
et
think
cetera.
contract roles are going to be cut too, which is different. I don't know if that's accounted in the numbers there too, like cutting contract.
Those are completely different, right?
Wow. So those are additional numbers on top. People that are companies that are contracted with the government too that are
Right.
being cut.
Right. So there's a couple of lenses on this I think we need to understand. One, the amount of people who are going to now be swarming the job market, right? That's concerning for those of us who have been, or not those, but many people out there who have already been looking for jobs. You're going to have a stronger competition. The second challenge is, and I'm going to say this coming as a former federal employee myself, I'm going to say this in its nicest way. There are a lot of people inside the federal government who are now looking for jobs for the first time outside of the federal government. Never had
Yeah, that's a challenge. They're going to
it.
be shock and awe, right?
A different experience, right? There is the benefit for many of them is when they do land jobs, they'll probably more. They'll get some more funds for those
Hmm.
jobs. They'll get
Is
paid a little more, but it'll be harder to get them.
Well, so let me ask you this based on your experience. Like, how does someone translate their work in the government to the private sector? Is that a tough conversation? Are companies open to that, or are there, you know, barriers to entry?
I think so. Here's what I would tell you. I would tell you, I think companies are open to it. I think it is very difficult for people who have been in the federal system to understand how to articulate what they
Hmm.
do in ways that non-government companies will understand. So the entire and it really roots from the entire hiring process in the federal system is very regulated and regimented, and it's not
Right.
modern is not what I would call it.
No, it's antiquated.
It's antiquated.